welcome to the Rebel Love Show. We are a once-a-week broadcast from Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are pro-pot, pro-gun, and pro-coffee. We are syndicated on Voluntary Virtues Network. We're also on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and, of course, RebelLoveShow.com. I am Rob Mathias.
And I am Shire Dude.
And today we have two phenomenal guests, two also first-time recurring guests at the same time, so it's kind of like a double dipping on this episode. First, recently from the Keene Spiritual Retreat, none other than Rich Paul.
Yay!
And then we also have the artist currently known as O-Girl, Lauren the Beautiful Rumpler.
You always give me so much crap.
I give you That's because I know who you are.
Right off the bat, just stirring the pot.
Yeah.
We're bad. Well, you get to lick the spoon if you stir the pot.
All right. So this past week has been a crazy, crazy week. Me personally, obviously, but yeah, Keenevention.
All of us here.
Oh, I know.
It's been a crazy week for
it's been insane.
every person in this group. I don't know about Rich Paul,
I don't know
but the
about
three
Rich,
of us.
but like I've evolved as a human being in the last week more than I ever thought I could.
It's been a crazy week.
I keep going farther and farther down the rabbit hole. But yeah, Keenevention. There was the statewide elections where 15 free staters got into the state house.
I heard it was 46, but go on.
46? Maybe it was. You know what? Next year it's just going to be all.
No,
of them.
I think
it's
that
just going to be all free staters in every single state house.
I think that was the number of people who were originally won the primary was 46.
I think it was the number of people who were giving false numbers.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
let's just tell the all the statists that we have 50 free staters in there and let them figure it out.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, because we should just get rid of the government anyway. I don't know why we haven't seceded yet.
Well, how are we going to secede from the union if there is no state government to secede from the union with?
Because we just don't pay attention to them anymore.
We
just
I
dissolve
would say
the government.
Because those are two separate.
Yeah, we dissolve the government and we start living as free people. And if they have a problem with it, they can come over here and deal with it.
But I just want that to happen after we secede.
It was pointed out online.
I'm pretty much there with you on that. In that, you really do need the state government to secede from the federal government.
Yeah, because
there's no other body that could issue such a document. And I see secession as a separate issue from abolition. I argue for both abolition and secession, but they're two separate things. If we get secession first, that's all good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe all of us at this table are abolitionists. I mean, I consider myself a modern-day abolitionist. But getting rid of the master that has 80% control over my life is a lot better than, I'll put my minarchist cap on for just a second.
Wait a minute. Shire Dude, do you hear him speaking for you?
What?
He believes that everybody at this table is an abolitionist.
Are you trying to say
he's
that...
He's labeling you, Shire Dude.
Well, to say that somebody is something is to say that it's descriptive. It says that they meet the definition of this thing. And if I am going to say I think there should be no government, then I can't complain when people label me as an anarchist, because that's exactly what I've proven myself to be. Some people prove themselves to be anarchists. Some people prove themselves to be assholes, And if you prove yourself to be an asshole, people will label you an asshole. And that's also descriptive. It's important to be able to communicate about people, and that requires labels and descriptions.
Well, if Shire Dude wants to come out of the closet as being pro-slavery, he's more than welcome to on this show. I'm not going to stop him from doing it.
I was just saying that he doesn't like labels. What do you think here?
I'm just not going to wear a T-shirt that says abolitionist on it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Neither am I.
Well, I mean, y'all can do whatever you want with the state government. I'm just going to continue living my life as a free person.
As you should.
So, y'all do your thing with the state government stuff.
Okay. So, anyways, Keenevention, the elections, and an amazing New Movers Party, all in 1 week. So that's kind of there's 50 porks at that New Movers Party, which was amazing.
I was so upset. I only got to show up for maybe 15 minutes to say hi to some people that I care about, and then
yes,
I I didn't even get to talk to any of the other people. I just got to talk to my close people, and then I had to run out the door. It really sucked because like all the people that I really cared about and loved were there, and it just sucked.
There were a lot of loving.
See, I thought you were a relationship anarchist now.
I've been a relationship anarchist for about a year now.
So doesn't relationship anarchy say that you're to value all of your relationships equally?
Oh, yes, but
it just so happens most of those people are in one room together.
It was the other people that I'm just, I don't really have relationships with. I mean, they're people that I see sometimes, but I mean, I wouldn't say that we even really have a friendship. I mean, they're not really one of my ambiguous sweeties, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's talk about Keenevention for a bit, because all of us here played a role at Keenevention. What are you laughing at?
The way that he's spelling Ash.
Right. Okay. Anyways, Ash is also full poly, by the way.
She is.
She is. Yeah. She gets it on with everyone.
She loves more people than any poly person I have ever met.
For you audio only listeners, Ash is like all over me right now, and it's something special.
Yeah.
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 You sharing some special love?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I was involved
in a jail with a guy who screwed his dog.
And Rich for the win. The big win.
Was he in jail?
Say my name.
Oh, man. I didn't know bestiality would get a cheers on the Rebel Love Show.
I didn't think so either.
Wow, I didn't see that coming either.
Cheers, everyone.
All right. Whenever Rich Paul mentions bestiality, we got a drink.
To the big win, Rich Paul just gave the Rebel Love Show.
All right. But yeah, Keenevention. I had 2 panels, Secession and Direct Action. Shire Dude here did the New Movers panel. Lauren, you did the ladies panel, correct?
The Sexist panel.
The Sexist panel, correct. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
It actually ended up being a great panel, though. We talked about pay equality and also about feminism, and it was really nice to have 4 women there that were against both things.
And are also all sexist.
Yeah.
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 It was a good thing to point out all the sexist women in the movement at one time.
Wow, Rob. Yeah, you're not getting a date anytime soon.
Oh, come on.
I
offered.
Being mean to the prettiest ladies.
No,
I mean, I had the prettiest ladies
you
and
all
of the Free State Project on that panel. Oh my God.
I have a suggestion for those who demand equal
other
pay.
than Stephanie Murphy. She wasn't on my panel.
She should have been.
Ugh, I know.
My quick suggestion for people who want equal pay is think about this. For every 1 woman I encountered in jail, I encountered 5 men. There are 5 men in jail for every 1 woman in jail. Therefore, the system is obviously slanted toward women, and we should remedy that by multiplying all female sentences by 5 so that the 2 genders get the same outcomes. Now, if this sounds absurd to you, I'm glad, because it is, and that is more or less the logic that the advocates of so-called equal pay are arguing for. And the reality is most of the women that I know are not as aggressive as most of the men I know. So it is not surprising to me that men tend to make more money on average because most of the men I know negotiate more aggressively. But the flip side of being more aggressive is you also end up in jail more, okay?
Yeah.
Because you're more aggressive. And there are differences between the genders, and those differences lead to different outcomes sometimes. I believe a woman should be permitted to do anything a man is permitted to do, but I don't predict that every activity is going to be 50-50 because it's not.
Yeah, they shouldn't expect equal outcome for equal treatment. That's the thing, is that it should be equality in authority, not equality in outcome. And so... yes, we should be trying to, get businesses to want to employ women, but that comes from women finding skill sets that other people don't have. And I think the really big thing that we focused on in the Secession panel that I think is worth noting is that feminism is supposed to be an empowerment movement, supposedly. And how empowering is it when you go from having a man take care of you to having the state take care of you? Because you're still not independent if the state is setting up legislation and you're going to work and you're and the person that is employing you doesn't really want to pay you the same. So you go to work every day thinking to yourself, am I really earning this? Or is this just some state mandated thing that I'm getting paid the same amount as the guy with the same position? Do I really deserve it? And that's not empowering at all. That's awful. I don't want that. I'm not a victim. I can take care of myself. And you know what? At my job, they know I'm indispensable. If they got rid of me, they would be so SOL. And you know what? I get paid really good money because I found a niche market, which I have niche skills for.
You do
and
have
that's
niche
what
skills.
that is what separates women in a company, in a business.
Finding a niche skill.
When she has a niche,
Yeah,
she
everybody
scratches
now.
it.
When I have a niche, I scratch it. Yep.
Okay. Well, editing.
That was good. That was really good. This is a good one.
Well, you're a little bit stunned there. You look a
Small-
little shell-shocked.
Small win. Small win. Though the other one was a big win.
You heard it first, folks. If you want equality in the workplace, find a niche.
Yep.
If you're a woman. Otherwise, if you're a man, you're okay.
Well,
Oh
if
my
you're a
God,
man,
that is
find
not
a
what I
niche
said.
too. Good God.
This
What?
is not what I said.
Oh, that's what I got from it.
No,
Find
no,
something that
I
you're
said
better
right
at
afterwards.
than anybody else.
Yeah, that's what I said afterwards. You need to find something, no matter what your gender, that you're good at, better at than everybody else.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I know objectivism backwards and forwards. That's why I have the job that I have.
Yes, that's very niche.
Yeah,
Again,
it
yeah,
is.
I understand
And I
how
actually-
niche your job really is.
The
It's
thing
very, very niche.
is that the reason it's so niche is because of the simple fact that most objectivists don't both have knowledge of objectivism and people skills. Those things don't normally go hand in hand. I actually have people skills and knowledge of objectivism.
I mean, I haven't.
It more goes hand in hand with Asperger's syndrome.
You're right. Absolutely. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, love it or hate it, you are the greatest thing to happen since Anne ran to objectivism.
I know.
So I don't know if that's. I think that's a
Actually, I
compliment,
think
but
I-
that's
I'm-
pretty much a sign that pretty much no
I
one
think I
has
passed
touched
her.
it. Like,
Have you
Oh, that's-
seen
that's not
Leonard's
give
daughter, Leonard, the official heir of the Ayn
Oh,
Rand?
yeah. Kira Peikoff. She
Oh
was
my
named after
God,
one of the
she
characters.
is stunning.
I know. She's gorgeous.
Oh my God, that's somebody
Absolutely
I
stunning.
would dearly love to meet.
I'm sure
Um,
you would, Rich Paul. I think she's
If you're listening, Kira.
every objectivist stream. Every objectivist stream.
so Rich, you did
Even
the
mine.
you did the keynotes. One of the keynotes at Keenevention. What all did you talk about on that?
Mostly I don't remember. We'd have to roll the tape. I know I touched on some of my usual boilerplate, which is talking about kind of a defense of Keene-style activism. I think Keene-style activism has actually made a huge difference in Keene. It has made us some enemies, but it has also made us a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, I see that every day, but, when I have a positive encounter with a local person, I don't pull out a camera and film it, is the thing. So it never goes on the internet. Whereas when I get a jackass, the first thing I do is pull out my camera and film the jackass. The problem is that I'm then creating the illusion that everybody in Keene is a jackass, and it's actually quite the opposite. And you guys walked down the street with me in Keene the other day, and it was nothing but, hi, Rich, what's up? Both of you were there for that.
No, I was not there.
You weren't there. You were there.
Yeah,
Were you?
and there was another day when I was with Derrick, and it was the same thing. People were like, "Hey, Derrick!" It was like something out of a freaking Disney movie, where
Yeah.
he was just waving at everyone, "Hello!" like across the freaking street. They're like, "Hey, Derrick!"
Princess Diana.
Well, Derrick is like something out of a Disney movie. He's a Disney princess. If I was ever going to go
Princess-
gay,
Well, he's
I'd go
Princess.
Derrick.
He's Princess Diana.
No, he's Marilyn Monroe. That's who Derrick Day is.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Did you put that up on the Rebel Love Show page?
I need to.
You do.
I
You should put it up with this
I think I got
episode.
one of the best.
He's
pictures
more
of
than
Derrick
that,
J.
though. He's
was the best
Queen
picture.
Marion.
You should put it up with this episode.
You've got to get a picture of him in the Marilyn Monroe outfit, covered by the cape of apparently the Queen when she wears it, and a crown, because he is Queen Marilyn.
I got a photo at the Halloween party. I went as Indiana Keene in the Temple of the State, and just because I couldn't find a whip, so I had my camera holstered.
You could have borrowed my whip. You could have borrowed my whip. I brought a whip.
I know you
I
did
was
bring
the
a
devil.
whip. I should have borrowed it.
Mhm.
I know.
Oh. But
Be careful; those with whips are
oh
sometimes a
my
little
God.
buggy.
yeah.
Man.
So Conan was there and taking photos. So I got a photo. Like I was standing over there, and Derrick J came over, and not gay, but it was an honor to have him dressed up as Marilyn Monroe and take a photo of him
you
touching,
you liked it
touching
in that
my
way.
chest hair, like
You know
in
you
a
liked
photo
it in
as
that
Marilyn.
way.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
every guy in the Free State Project has a crush on Derrick.
We
J.
definitely have to share this photo onto the Rebel Love page now that you've
We
talked
do.
about it enough.
It will be on there.
It's
yeah,
erotic.
Yeah.
It is.
It is kind of erotic.
It's erotic.
It is
It is
erotic,
very
though.
erotic.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
It's incredibly erotic.
Yeah, it's an amazing photo. But
Yeah.
yeah. So other stuff that happened at Keenevention. What were your guys' favorite moments?
Oh man, I think I killed on the New Movers panel. Actually, I think I did a good job. Like I was using the hashtag No Sleep Till Keen because I actually had not slept the night before, except for 15 minutes or 30 minutes of sleep on the ride over, and I had a Red Bull and went up and
A Red Bull love show?
yeah, on the Red Bull Love Show, and I went up to do the panel, and I bootlegged it too, so you can actually see this panel. If you go to the Shire Dude Facebook page, I've put a link to it, to the bootleg.
You're welcome for the audio, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man.
What was your
I
favorite, Rich?
I can't share my favorite moments out of deference to the people or people involved in my favorite moment. But the panels were nice too.
My favorite moments are not the panels. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the couple. Well, I take it back. I did have one favorite in regards to all the panels and whatnot. My favorite moment, me and a friend, we got high because that's what you do because you smoke.
Can we do that on the air, by the way?
Here, I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay, groovy.
Yeah,
That can be a thing.
yeah. You're rich. You're Rich Paul.
You're
like,
fucking Rich Paul.
Smoke him if
I
you
am
got 'em.
I am fucking Rich Paul, but we're not exclusive.
But no, I 420, YOLO swag blazed it up for in honor of
YOLO
James
swag floor 20
20
blaze it.
Blaze it. There you go. In honor of James Cleveland.
I
our-
remember
our
trying.
leader
Okay,
now.
are you guys
Our
going to
fearless
set
leader.
up to help me? I dropped the ball November 5th, but to help me set up the April 20th 420 rally. I want people
I'll pick that
flyering in the fucking streets, especially
yeah.
wherever there's a head shop. I want people finding drug dealers and giving them little stacks of flyers and saying, give these to everybody you do business with to help us promote the rally, because the dealers won't come. They're going to be sketched, but they'll send their customers who don't have much to lose because all they do is smoke and they're committing
Yeah.
misdemeanors. But
That's
so
a great idea.
that's how I promoted the original 420 rally in Keene, and it worked out really well to where we had 30 people before the cops even knew we were there.
yeah.
And it could be a huge thing, but Keene is kind of played out in that it's been done there, but a new. Oh, good God. I'm sorry. I'm very hiccupy tonight. It's
No
because
worries.
I've been drinking.
So, Scruffy Men, do any of you want to know my favorite moment?
Well, let me finish my favorite moment.
Okay.
I was in the middle of my favorite moment.
Okay.
So yeah, so I did it in honor of James Cleveland because that was his campaign slogan. So we go up and we watch it.
His campaign slogan was "Do it in honor of James Cleveland."
No, it was
Oh,
it was the 420.
I was thinking that's a little.
You gotta do it
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
yeah.
die.
So now James comes across as a very genuine person. Like he's like one of the most genuine people I've met. And he comes across as a very regular guy, and it's really weird because I have a lot of similar backgrounds to him. Like we were both hugely overweight at one point. We were both like really into TV and video games, and we weren't woken up. And when we did wake up, it was really because of Ron Paul than anything else. And we both he moved here.
Ron Paul made more anarchists than any anarchist I know.
I know,
There's
right?
a puzzle.
I know, it's crazy. It's insane. And man, his keynote was a tearjerker. Like he got us. There's a couple moments during that speech, especially it was like just do something, anything, just like go ahead, don't worry about it.
Which speech is this?
James Cleveland's keynote
Oh,
speech.
okay, yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it was because I wasn't expecting it from him. He's a very quiet guy in person. He's very quiet, very normal. He's a normal guy. He's not charismatic. He's not in your face. He's not yelling from the rooftops. But in this situation, like he came across as so genuine, so heartfelt. That there were people in the audience that had tears in their eyes. Like he got a standing ovation from like 50 people. Maybe like 80 of that. There was a packed house. Like it was incredible to see. Like it was I'm glad I was there for it. I'm glad I didn't miss it. But Keenevention, actual functions of Keenevention, that was by far one of my favorites. Now my favorite part really was the Halloween party, and then also the bonfire party the night before. But
the bonfire party was good.
Yeah. So both parties were amazing. But actual Keenevention wise, that was worth the ticket going there. It was just to see James Cleveland's speech. Like it was very moving, and he deserves all the credit he got. Once that's up on Free Keen's website on their YouTube channel, check it out, folks. It was very moving. Anyway,
did they comp the people on the panels?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I technically didn't pay it.
Okay.
I was
when you said
panels.
it was worth the price. So
I would have bought a ticket.
I
I didn't buy a ticket because obviously I was on two panels. So like I didn't. Yeah, they comped me, but
yeah, they comped me too.
Yeah. Well, you were a keynote, so obviously, yeah, all of us were. Yeah. But if I wasn't on the panel, I definitely would have bought a ticket, and it would have been more than worth the purchase to see that keynote. Like that was it was awe inspiring. Yeah. And it was just crazy because he's just a normal guy. He's a normal dude, He's not. He doesn't come across as like the quote unquote crazy activist type. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have voted him least likely to get arrested until he did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
But he's definitely got some stones. Once he's gotten to that point, he's like, no, you're not going to push me any further.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is good people. And for me, I was thinking when I was at the convention, I really wasn't going to that many of the panels and that kind of thing. And the thing is, doing activism every day, for me, going to a thing like that is like, I go there less to do activism than kind of to unwind between activism.
Yeah.
And luckily people come in from, out of town and out of state who have seen what I do, and they want to meet me and they want to chill out with me. So I guess that's providing some service to the venue.
No, I absolutely agree. Like for me, I spent most of the time literally just networking and hanging out with like-minded people. Yeah. That to me, that's the best part of Keenevention or any like Liberty Forum and even Pork Fest. It's not so much going to any like talks or anything like that. It's just being around a hell of a lot of like-minded individuals. Because we do live here, but like there's not that many people all in Keene at once. Or, there's not, in one hotel. Like pretty much almost everyone that I love in my life was in that hotel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's heartwarming to be around so many people at the same time that are like-minded, that that are part of your life.
Well, I don't know if the Liberty Forum people will appreciate me saying this, but the truth is I don't even pay for Liberty Forum. I go to Liberty, and they never have asked me to speak, but I just go to Liberty Forum and I chill out in the rooms and chill out with the people and chill out in the lobby of the hotel and smoke cigarettes and talk to people and don't go to the speakers.
I did the same. I did the exact same thing. I didn't go to any of the talks. I just wanted to hang out with the people that were there.
Yeah. So for people out there who can't afford to go to Liberty Forum, maybe you can afford to go to Liberty Forum, but just show up at the hotel. Be there. Be
there and just don't go to the talks. I feel like if you go to a talk, you're kind of stealing.
Plus,
yeah, I would agree. I would not. I've traded for talk tickets with people who have bought them when I've really wanted to go to something, but most of the time I'm happy in the vendor room and the hallway and Alt Expo. You can always go to Alt Expo without even officially being at Liberty Forum.
Exactly.
But it's the same time, same place, so you're going to see all those people, and that's a blast.
Yeah. What was your favorite moment, Lauren?
I think my favorite moment had to be when I got raffled off.
Oh yeah,
Dale didn't want your didn't want your date.
He didn't want the cookie. Nope.
I don't know.
Dale won. Oh, that's hilarious.
And he went to the Halloween party in a onesie, which was just freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
He would have made a great date for you.
I was excited, and then he was like, "It's not fair. Give it to one of the straight guys." And
I love how in that Sentinel source, and it's actually true, when the guy that won, no one knew who the fuck he was, and like they actually reported that in the Sentinel source. They reported that they didn't know who he was when he won the date with you.
Are you going to reveal how that date ended? Were you girl?
No, I was. No, he was a nice. He was a nice guy, and we had a good conversation. He was a very nice guy, and hopefully he'll end up as a part of the Free State Project. He's already moved. He lives in Keene, but he didn't move here as part of the Free State Project. He actually moved to hang out with Liberty people that have absolutely nothing to do with the Free State Project. So
can he introduce us to these people? Because we should know them.
I'm working on it. So we're friends, and we talk sometimes, and he lives in Keene, and he's cool, and I'll probably hang out with him. I invited him to hang out with us and go to dinner with us after Free Talk Live next Thursday.
If you consider yourself a liberty lover and you're in New Hampshire and you haven't met the other the Free Staters,
what the hell is wrong with you?
Let me say, come by the KAC and introduce yourself to me, or come by Manchester and introduce yourself to somebody. Show up at an event. Get to know what it's like to be in a community of like-minded people, because that rocks.
There are so many meetups all around the state, in Keene and Manch and Concord and Nashua and the coast and the Lakes region. There's meetups at least once a week, if not more, all over the state. There's no reason, you don't have to be a Free Stater. Just if you're living in New Hampshire or even in Mass, drive up, come hang out for a little bit. There's going to any meetup where there's 20 or 30 of us. It's incredible to be around like-minded people, because then you're not the crazy one, because we're all crazy. So you're actually surrounded by people that all think like you. And
we're very welcoming, because frankly, we want you to move here. We want you to become a part of what we're doing. And we're doing some great work here in New Hampshire. I keep thinking about those 15 legislators that we've got. And in the system, I'm a civil disobedience and agorism guy, so in-system activism like that isn't my chosen thing, but I love that people are doing that, and I'm perfectly happy to come out and vote to support their activism.
Well, for me, I love it for the fact that, the joke is legit in regards to give a minarchist 6 months, you know? And when you see huge libertarian wins in the State House, where else do 15 libertarians running as both Republicans and Democrats win elections in one location? That only happens here. That doesn't happen anywhere else. It definitely doesn't happen where I come from in Illinois or New York or Florida or anywhere. It doesn't happen in those locations. It only happens here.
We've actually had an election in New Hampshire where there was a Free Stater running as a Democrat running against a Free Stater running as a Republican. That is so beautiful, because you can get up there and, can you imagine doing that in a race where they actually stage debates and being able for a libertarian speaking from the right to debate a libertarian speaking from the left. And maybe that'll help triangulate people in on libertarianism. I love that idea.
Oh, yeah. One thing I also loved was, especially here in Manch area, a couple Republicans Free Staters that were running as Republicans lost. But a couple Free Staters that were running as Democrats, including Elizabeth and Amanda, both won.
Yeah.
I know.
Congratulations,
those are people that
guys. You rock.
Yeah, and those are both people I really wanted to see in the State House. So it's fascinating to see two hardcore, liberty lovers going in as quote unquote Democrats, and changing it from within. And also, I'm very happy that Shem won. I'm very, very happy that
Shem did win.
Yes,
I didn't know that he had. Groovy. So who all won?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I just know those three won. I don't know who else won.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured someone else over at this table actually knew who won. I was at the New Movers Party, which had the election results. I wasn't paying attention.
Speaking of legislative victories, I definitely want to propose a toast in one of the hit pieces against Free Staters running, and I want to say this is the one about Elizabeth. I don't know if you heard about this, Rob. I think it was Granite State Progress cited the Rebel Love Show for part of their info.
Yeehaw!
No shit. So, hey guys, over at Granite State, thanks for reviewing.
Watch
yeah.
Tell all your friends to subscribe to us.
Keene,
Yeah.
On behalf of Keene, New Hampshire, let me tell you that now that you've got haters, you've arrived. Welcome.
I loved it.
I didn't know our haters actually watched our show.
I was so excited and
I
flattered.
was amazed. My probation officer told me that everything he would get like 3 or 4 copies of everything that I posted on the internet mailed to him anonymously. He said he didn't know who was sending these things, but somebody was sending him printouts of everything I said on the internet.
Wow. Wow. That's
insane. But no, I didn't know that, man. That's
Stop free Keeners are a little kooky.
We've made it, man.
Yeah, we Oh, I just want to see like actual politicians talking about this show at one point too.
Right.
Like, going on like speeches in front of like, press, like, yeah, and that damn Rebel Love Show. They got all these Free Staters.
You got to get a recording of one saying, "Silence! I kill you."
Man. I don't know. Keenevention was I love that Keenevention took place. Is that Rich? Was this your first Keenevention? Because
this was my first Keenevention. Last time I was in jail. So. Would you like some drugs, little girl?
I would like some drugs, little girl.
Oh, shit. You guys rock. Oh, wow. So we had a question about Keenevention or something?
I don't know. We were talking about Keenevention, I guess. I mean, it was a fun journey.
It was a blast for me, definitely. If you want to get to know an activist, Keenevention is the place to do it because it's a small enough convention that, I managed to talk to everybody who wanted to talk to me there as far as I could tell. There was nobody saying, hey, talk to me, and I didn't have time. And that happens all the time at Liberty Forum.
And especially Porkfest,
and we spent quite a bit of time hanging out with each other, actually.
Oh, yeah. And that's the nice thing is it also gives me a chance to hang out with the other activists
it was
because
really great.
I never get out to Manchester anymore, and I miss you guys.
We definitely need to come out to Manch more often.
I do.
And it's
well, if I can start a show here, I'll move here.
You should.
It was nice to actually get to spend some time.
Well, it was also,
with you
for the viewers and listeners sitting at home, because you should be sitting here in New Hampshire, Rich Paul being on here was like a last minute thing. I didn't know you were coming. I didn't know you were even in town until like literally like an hour before we started recording this.
I called him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was going to be in town until somebody was just coming out here, and I was like, okay, I want to see my peeps in fucking,
Yeah,
Manchester.
man. This shit does
Oh.
not happen elsewhere. Back in Orange County, before I moved here, I had a show that I was trying to do. It was like a local Liberty Scene show where I gave the news of here are the events coming up, and it was just a recap of everything coming up, so everyone was on the same page. And I wanted someone to co-host that with me, just someone to sit along the side, maybe say a few lines. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the hardest time finding someone to do that. And here, you'll never have that problem. You have co-hosts all around you.
Well, should we talk about the idea that we've been?
You might as well spitball of it. Yeah,
that's a great idea. You might as well pitch it on the Rebel Love Show.
Okay, well, basically, what we're talking about here, and we need contributions of producer-type people and talent-type people and
Are we talking about the
writers
show we're gonna
editors.
do
and
together?
that kind of thing? Yeah, I'm going.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be hot Donna on this. It's gonna be
Hot
awesome.
Donna?
Hot
So,
Donna.
basically, we're talking about doing something that's kind of akin to Second City TV or Saturday Night Live, except not so much comedy-based, but political-based, and having things like different segments on it, like That Activist Show is one where we were all sitting around just passing a bowl around and talking and cutting it together like that 70s show Smoking Montages.
Yeah, man. And that's just one of the segments that would be on this show.
Wow,
So-
that is so distracting.
What's
I know. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm not sure the mic is working. It sounds really weird to me.
I can hear you. just
I
fine.
can hear
We
you
can hear
through
you
the
fine.
She was
headphones
doing all sorts of, for
beautifully.
you audio listeners, she was doing all sorts of pantomime.
This is
I
why you
thought
should watch
she-
the YouTube, because I had the camera right
It
on
looked
her
like
the
she was,
whole
like,
time.
juggling
I thought she
pizza
might be
pies.
belly dancing there. It was. It
No,
was
we
No,
were,
but
we were
I have those
communicating without
skills.
voice, and I missed the
It
communication.
just it sounds so different. It sounds very
Well, I think you might be.
hallway. It sounds like a hallway.
It's fine. You're
You
good.
should smoke a little bit more.
No, that's not. That's not what's going on.
Yeah.
That is not what's going on. I've been thinking this for a while. I just finally decided to say something.
Oh well, it's
Because
about
when
time.
you see something, say
Oh
something.
my gosh.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just can you talk in your lowest voice for the rest of the episode?
What do you mean?
Warm up. It's okay. Yeah.
It's
Are
okay.
you
Take your
saying
time.
she's
Clear-
too high
clear the
for
throat.
you?
What?
Peter. Peter.
Instead of saying Peter, just say my name in Lois's voice.
Robert. Robert.
This is happening right now.
I know.
That's a little bit
Shire
creepy. She sounds
Dude.
like a horror movie in a doll. you
No,
know?
she sounds exactly like Lois from
She's
Family Guy.
She's like, and I should probably move back for this. You fell for that, Nate. You fell for that.
You realize there's no parking on the grass there.
That's what she does. She's like, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's Lois, right? I nailed it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm not a big Family guy.
Yeah, she's doing Lois pretty well. I don't know about
Okay.
the laugh.
I don't know if it's translating
I don't
well
know.
enough into the mic, but it's pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it was like a
You just talk
cartoon
to me
witch.
like
I
that
was
the whole time.
I was expecting her to pop out with boil, toil, and
You
trouble.
want to go have some hot sex?
I'm sorry. Were you making an offer to somebody?
Oh, I'll take it. So,
Oh yeah, it's just like an open thing.
Yeah.
all my relationship, right? Open relationship. No, I hate that term, by the way. I've just decided it's the worst term ever is open relationship.
Well, an open
Why
relationship
is
is
that?
different from polyamory.
No.
An open relationship is different from polyamory.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
In polyamory, you're pursuing more than one romantic relationship, or maybe.
Right,
In
open is just about being
relationships-
allowed to sleep with other people, and I'm like, I don't want to sleep with people that I don't have connections with. I think that's,
Yeah.
How could
Well,
you
the
do
thing
that?
is,
I mean, really?
a lot of the relationships that I've had in my life have frankly been flings.
I mean, I get
And
it.
A fling can be a lot of fun.
It can
you
be
know?
fun, but
and-
I can't imagine myself being happy with that situation.
see for me,
The way I see it, if I don't have a connection with somebody, I guess I can't get it up, you know?
Well, for me, I don't
can't get a lady
want
boner,
to
it
just sleep
just can't
around. I
happen.
need that loving connection with another human being because it makes it tenfold better. Like I can't go to just like sleeping around. I like having
I
that
can't
loving
do it at
connection.
all. My body just doesn't. It's like, no, I don't think so. That seems. I don't know this person. Why? What are you doing?
But the fact that you have some connection with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be in a long-term relationship with that person. I mean, sometimes short-term relationships are about what at least I expect. I mean, a fling can be nice.
I'm not saying a fling can't be.
I don't necessarily have to have a permanent connection.
I'm not arguing against the idea of a fling, but what I'm saying is, what are you laughing so
I
much?
think I've killed O girl. She looks like she's
Are
having
you
an O.
using a can opener to open your beer?
Yeah,
for the
that
listeners
was
at
just-
home, there's a bottle opener right here on the bottom of it.
What?
Right here. There's a bottle opener
Yeah,
on it.
most can
We've
openers.
suddenly drifted
the metal
into
ones.
Father
I
Knows
didn't know that.
Best,
That's-
though.
Yeah.
It's such
That's
a
new
kitchen
news.
implement.
Wow.
We're supposed to use lighters.
Though,
for that.
what I was really shocked at, that there was a bottle opener in the
What?
in the bathroom at the
Oh
hotel
my
we
god,
had.
at the hotel, right?
Yeah, at the hotel that we shared. Like, it
Oh,
had
they
a,
always have those bulbs.
Okay, hold on, Rob.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Rob,
That's
back
very
up.
common.
Back up. We're not leaving this ambiguous. You are not doing that. The hotel that we shared. Okay, we're going to be clear. We had 5 people who are my closest friends staying in the hotel.
closest.
Yeah,
How close were they?
Josie Wales is there.
They were so close.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the end of that joke.
Come on,
Me
Lauren.
too.
They were so close.
No, and it was just my friends. It was you and I'm sorry, Shire Dude and Rob.
Things in that room move so fast.
I'm not one of
Oh
these.
How
you.
fast?
God.
Oh my
We were
God.
fast asleep.
We were fast asleep. Everybody was passed out. We got back to the room.
Yeah, well,
every
yeah,
night-
they were passed out after a long night.
Rob, don't start.
I've
Okay,
had
don't
a
let Rob.
hard
Okay, look.
day's night.
Don't let Rob confuse you into thinking that his life is so much cooler than he says it is.
Oh, no,
And
my
I've
life
been
is cool. I don't have to
working
say it is.
like a
Okay.
dog.
No. So Rob's over here like implying. Okay, so we spent the entire night outside the room, hanging out with our friends, having a great time. And by the time that everybody finally either stopped partying in our room or stopped partying outside, we were all so dog tired that all we ever did was pass out. So
So it was
Rob-
slow times at Ridgemont High for you guys.
yeah, and
Oh,
you know
that's
what?
so sad.
And Rob's over here like, oh yeah, we were all so tired after activities.
Oh, I wasn't talking about your activities. I was talking about mine, but nonetheless, yes. Boom. Anywho, I can't believe you went that far down the rabbit hole on that. I wasn't fishing for it. I was just
You
mentioning it.
were!
No, I wasn't. No.
Oh, speaking of polyamory, you guys should talk about your appearance on Unity Evolves, at least for a second.
Yeah.
What is Unity Evolves?
Oh,
Are
it's
you in the
Liberty.
Matrix there?
Kind of.
No, there's a activist out of Illinois, goes by Liberty Phoenix.
Real great guy.
He's an amazing guy.
Okay, that's
And,
the guy who publishes NCC 1776.
I have no idea
Not
what
sure.
that even is.
Okay, it references L. Neil Smith a lot.
Oh. Anywho.
Oh well, go ahead.
Ah.
Sorry. Speaking of rabbit holes,
Yeah. I met him
Hey.
at Pork Fest. He lived like an hour away from where I used to live, which is like kind of crazy that we never like touched base before, like until I got here.
I was in Florida with Ian and everybody, and I didn't know any of these motherfuckers. When
That's
I moved
insane.
here.
That's insane. So, anyways, me and Lauren did a. It's gonna be on this podcast feed, so they're gonna listen.
You
to
guys
this
should really
anyways.
listen to this. It's like the most revealing interview I've ever done.
Yeah, me
It's-
too. They popped the question, and they.
That wasn't what I meant.
First off,
That wasn't what I meant.
First off, don't answer it, because if you want the answer to that, which is I guess changed from that answer, you got to listen to that podcast.
Wait, hold on. You got to repeat the question for the listeners.
If you want to know what we talked about in regards to polyamory on that podcast, you got to listen to the podcast, which is going to be either
So what
theirs
did you talk
or you
about?
can listen.
What was the question,
Rich,
Rob?
Give us a teaser.
You haven't told them what the question is. So why would they want to go listen?
You can't
to
tease
it?
them without this question.
Yeah,
It's true.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
that is
You
true.
can't like
It's
throw
like
out
it's
the
like
bait and roll
Hitchhiker's
it
Guide
back
to the
in.
Galaxy.
Nobody's
You're
gonna
going to tell us that the answer is
Hey,
42,
look.
and we don't even know what
Rob,
the question
Rob,
is.
I should have
Rob,
answered
Exactly.
42.
Rob,
I should have answered 42.
What you just did was you took the bait, took the bait, didn't put it on the hook.
And you just threw it in the water. Exactly.
Without the fucking bait
You just
on
throw
it.
them bait, dude.
You can't throw the hook without the fucking bait in it. It's not gonna catch any fish, man.
Wow, you're such a bad hooker.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun on this show.
But you can answer that question.
We're already having fun on the show.
We are, but as it expands, it'll become more.
This is gonna be the
Okay,
greatest.
I'm drifting into
Rebel Love
metaphor
show
here,
ever.
so I'm just gonna let it go right there.
This is gonna be the single greatest Rebel Love show.
No, it already
ever.
is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
already is. By the way, you can say what that question is if you want to say it. But otherwise, the podcasters listening at home can listen to that episode.
And if you've
Yeah,
enjoyed
no, I mean,
this
you have
episode,
to tell them what the question is, though. Hey, look, you guys should listen to the Unity
They-
Evolved. Listen, I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay, watch. All right, listen. Watch.
Okay, I'm watching.
All right.
Wait, this
Oh,
is
I'm
you
watching.
as Rob, so you have to
Wait,
be like Rob.
Wait,
I have to be like,
Yeah.
I need a drink.
Guys. You know, there was this podcast that we did on Unity Evolve, and Kef, our good friend, you know, we were on this show, and so
There's got to be more
is
like
Rob.
Do I
he's
act like
This is
that?
he's
Rob.
got
What?
more of like a hesitance in his voice,
does,
and
he
sometimes
does.
he gives
And
little
you're not
cracks,
sure.
man.
Oh.
And he says
Right.
"man" at the end of
Yeah.
sentences.
He does.
There you go. There you go.
Man.
So
Yeah, go on.
man, we did the show Unity Evolved, and it was really cool, and we even talked about polyamory.
No.
But-
the episode was about
but-
polyamory.
And
and they even talked about it.
They did.
She's trying to do the Rob impression. Leave
I'm
her,
trying
leave
to
her,
the
let her
Rob
do it.
impression,
Oh,
and
you
I'm
want
doing-
me to do the ogre
Okay, so
impersonation?
yes, I do. You're doing it after this. Okay, anyway, so anyway,
The thing that
you
I
guys,
love-
it was this crazy show where they popped the question. You guys should really listen to it if you want to know the answer to that question. What question?
Yeah, I mean, there are some things I want to see popped, and there are some things that I don't want to see popped.
Yeah.
And, pimples fall into the second
What question?
category.
Any question?
Cherries
Like,
generally into the first.
do you believe in
So
government?
provided
Could
they're
have been
over
the
the,
question, and nobody's going
over
to
the
tune
age
in
of
for that
consent.
question because that's a no.
It was a question popped in regards to polyamory. And I'll
You
give.
haven't
Was it
even
somebody's
hooked them- you haven't
polyamorous
even hooked them with
cherry?
that. Oh, wait a minute, Rob. So we were talking about polyamory on a polyamory show?
It's not a
No,
polyamory
wait,
show.
Wait. There was a question about polyamory on a show about polyamory? No way, Rob. Oh my God, everybody tune in.
Yeah. And thank you, Captain Obvious.
I'm about to say this question myself because I'm like, you guys have beaten around the bush.
Yeah.
For like
Yeah.
half of this episode.
Shire didn't see it, so
I'm
go
just
ahead,
making
Shire.
There's
fun
been
of
a lot
him.
of bush beating going on here.
All
I'm
right.
enjoying
I think
So-
we've
making fun
stretched
of him
this
for now.
longer than we can justify. We've got to do the review.
Go,
now,
Rob.
guys.
I listen.
Tell them what
Do you
the
want to?
question
You want
was.
to tell it? You tell it.
You tell it.
Okay.
It's your thing to tell.
It is my thing to tell. The
Should we do the
question-
reaction too?
the reaction was great, but it has changed since that podcast. But do you want to answer? See, that's why I don't want to ask them. They can just go back and listen to it. So I'm kind of like kicking the ball down because I figured that's something for you.
They asked us if we were dating because
And she
we're-
threw me under the
hold on.
bus, people.
I did not
Which
throw
combination
him under
of
the
you
bus.
were actually dating, and which combination of you did she say you were dating? What
Well,
was-
You brought this up.
You baited it without the bait.
What?
he's
that-
apparently
what-
not a masturbator.
He's not. We need to teach him how to promote things better. Okay, anyway, you do a lot of things really well, but promotion's not your strong suit.
Uh-huh.
But me,
I think of masturbation as
I
sex
know
with someone I
how-
love.
I know how to whore out my show to anybody.
Oh, well, trust me.
Ridiculous.
I've seen you go full old girl multiple times.
Full girl.
Full old girl.
I have never seen Lauren go full
You've never seen
old
me go
girl.
full girl. Oh, you ready?
But
You ready?
oh
Here it
god,
goes.
it's got to
Here it
be a
goes.
treat.
Here it goes. Objectivist Girl. So today we're going to talk about...
Wait. At the Free State Project headquarters.
Okay, my name is Lauren, and that song you just heard is Shrug. And that's my new song that's going to be on Atlas Shrugged Part 3 of the movie. And, it's, what I say? Oh, yeah, I'm filming at the Free State Project headquarters here in New Hampshire. So... today, guys, we're going to talk about, and then
when do you cut to the alien?
Would you present me with a? Would you present me with a copy of the lyrics to Shrugged? Because,
Yes.
or are the lyrics in the video? Because I am a little bit hard of hearing,
The
and I
lyrics
now
are in
have
the video.
I now have a hard time sometimes getting the lyrics of songs.
I really just
Hey.
like the first verse lyrics. I think they're the best.
Is it me, or does this episode just turn into a Shire Dude episode?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, this has pretty much become a Shire Dude.
Is that
like,
because we went
episode.
to sex, or
It's-
I don't
no,
know?
no,
I
no,
haven't
no, no.
watched.
Oh,
it.
you
Here's
have
what
not
it
watched
is.
a Shire Dude episode? Okay, later tonight, we're going to
Oh
smoke
my
up
God.
Mar. We're going to go to the Quill. All right, we're going to
We're
send
gonna
the
watch
media.
Shire
later.
Dude marathon.
It's going to be a
Okay.
Shire Dude marathon.
Yeah, man.
Because
Oh,
I am
yeah.
serious. You will love the show that you're talking about. He's like the Shire Dude here. I've said this before. He's like the robot chicken of the Free State Project.
Thanks, man. That's
Okay,
really- yeah.
like I mean that in a huge compliment. Like it's like
That
it
is a
takes
huge
like the
You mean he has
craziness of
clamps
everything.
on his eyeballs?
He's pretty amazing.
And you might as well. It's that trippy. It's the trippiest activist footage you will ever see in your life. It's trippy.
and it's all available at shiredude.com.
There you go.
Isn't he pretty awesome, guys?
That was a great plug. Thank you,
He's
guys.
well, you're welcome.
That cost me $15, listeners.
Okay, well, here's a question we've been.
Oh, by the way, the reason the show is so weird, it has nothing to do with anything other than we just all know each other way too well at this point. We're all way too
It's
comfortable.
local
It's like
comedy.
this too.
And some of us are on
Hashtag
drugs.
it's like this too. Hashtag polyamory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but yeah, watch Shire Dude and go subscribe to our podcast feed so you can get the answer to what we were even talking about. Rich, you were about to ask a question.
Was I? And welcome to Short Attention Span Theater.
Robert.
Okay, I will ask a question. What question was I going to ask?
We should talk about. Let's see. What else was there going on?
Oh, I remember.
Let's see. Oh, perfect.
Rich, wait, go.
Okay, basically, how are we going to make it so that activists up here can support themselves doing activism?
That's a
producing
tough question.
content. That is the thing that it's kind of the holy grail of the Free State movement, because if we can create an industry out of here that
I've thought about that in regards to like video activism, and I really do think that, and maybe it's everyone at this table, and maybe other people that we personally know, or people that haven't even moved here yet.
I mean, we could just raffle off dates with Lauren, but that would...
This actually worked out really well. I hear he made a lot of money off of my raffle.
How much did you make?
He made. I didn't make
Daryl.
anything. He was my pick.
You should get a cut next time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah.
Do I get a cut?
Yeah.
In
Well,
fact, Daryl
that's-
should be getting a cut. Go on.
That's the thing. That's been the problem with the New Hampshire style of activism, is the activist doesn't get a cut. And not just that, but in the
I
case of
think he was
civilly
making a joke
disobedient
about
people.
pimps, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's maybe what we need is activist pimps, people to make sure that the activists get paid and go out and pimp your activists, you know? So if you want to come up here and you don't want to get arrested, but you want to do activism, I would think about producing activism.
Oh yeah,
you know?
definitely. But
Be the guy with the camera who doesn't get arrested.
what I was saying is, yeah, I know. I hope I don't get arrested. I'm seeing you. I hope I don't get arrested.
What?
Is that what you're pointing at me for?
No, you're.
Is it coming up?
It was
Oh.
really. It was really loud.
Oh, I'm sorry, people. You just heard me vape. Anywho, no.
You're
What I was saying
excused.
is, with activism, with like video activism, I really do feel like we're just one YouTube video, we're one documentary, we're one guest appearance on a TV show, like a news report. We're like one thing away from like somebody, and it could be people that haven't even moved here yet. It could be people we've never met. But at some point within the next couple of years, I really do feel like we can get to a point where like there's movies made and documentaries made and like reality TV shows that air on like broadcast television.
We're going to be a serious subject matter at some point, especially the new movers, like people like us who are like full keen.
Well, I mean, my whole thing is like video activism.
Do you guys consider yourselves Keene style activists, even though you're in Manchester?
I think I'll be honest. I don't.
Okay.
No,
However,
they're another level.
I'm
Keene's a different
I really
thing.
do. Okay, the people Rich, the three of us are sitting at this table, and Lauren's been doing a little bit different, but we all have different flavors. We all have a different. Each one of us has a different style.
I haven't tasted any of you.
Thank God.
Men. I'm always surrounded by men. Hey, women. Hey, just. I'm not a sexist, but please move up here. I just can't even. Please, I need more women in my life.
What do you think? What do you think my activism is?
Your activism is getting women.
It's
to the
polyamory,
project.
Well,
Yes,
anarchism
it
can be passed by
It
injection. Apparently,
Wow, that's
I've
super
observed
sexist,
that.
Rob.
You don't think you're going to attract more men to the movement? You don't think
But
men
that's
will
not
move
my
here because
goal.
Lauren Rumpler lives here?
My goal is simply to teach people amazing things and
What?
help them realize that public education is not necessary, and B, that liberty is learnable in a way that that you can actually communicate it to other people. And that's why I started doing Objectivist Girl is so that I can teach people all the things that they think they get in public school.
Point being said, we all three of us have different styles, different unique talents, and different things that we're doing.
Yeah. but we're all on the radio, so.
But nonetheless,
we're not that different.
all of
We were
us,
raised
all of
on
us
the
are in
radio.
Manchester, and we do activism, and we do a lot of video and audio work and whatnot. And I do kind of feel as if like Manchester's kind of like it's the mecca of podcasts. I mean, there's so many different podcasts that take place in Manchester right now. I mean, besides us, I'll say Sex, Lies, and I'll give you a shout out, Sex, Lies, and Anarchy.
Okay, well,
but
let's start a fight
there's
with-
also like Neocash Radio, and there's your show True Objective. There's how many other shows am I missing? There's like 4 more. A Darker Shade of Liberty. There's
Did you say Free Talk Live?
Free Talk Live doesn't take place here. It takes place in Keene.
Yes. Now,
you're talking
according
about
to
things
Free
that
Talk
take place here.
Live, Keene, New Hampshire is still the epicenter, the video and audio epicenter of the liberty movement. So can I start? Can I
Here
provoke
goes
a
Rob.
fight
No,
here?
You just
Can
Can I
provoked
provoke a
Rob.
fight here?
You just
Is
provoked
there-
Rob.
I-
That's what
let
Stir
you
the
just did.
pot, get
Yeah,
people
oh.
interested.
You're gonna have to lick the
Look,
spoon.
I am a full believer in.
Oh, I'm sure it's a lovely spoon.
I'm a full believer in competition of the marketplace, free markets. True story. The first week I was here, I kind of talked shit.
Here we
I
go.
really shouldn't have, and I apologize to people that I did. Garrett and Derrick, there's them too. I do apologize for this. However, that being said, I was at a new movers party. This is the first week I was here. This was like January 28th or something like that. All right, or no, it was like February 1st or 2nd. And there's a new movers. There was an MVP meeting at the Quill, and this is when they didn't have a media room. And Garrett was one of the speakers that were up there doing a presentation. And then afterwards, they invited like new movers to come up and introduce themselves. And I went up there. And I introduced myself and said who I was and what I planned to do and why I'm here and stuff like that. And I was kind of giving like my little recap of my first week, because this was like near the end of the week. So I've been there almost a week in the Shire. So I was giving like my whole recap of, by the way, Rich, you were the second Free Stater I ever met. I met you in an Agorist taxi cab on my way to Area
He tells
23.
this story constantly.
Oh, was that Riaz?
That was Riaz, yeah.
Wow.
Was he
So-
the first Free Stater?
So I'm sorry. Technically, you're the third Free Stater I ever met, but you're the second Free Stater I ever met in the state, and it was in an Agorist taxi cab that I was taking to Area 23.
Wow.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I want to say, how did you feel about that?
I tried. It was. I knew who you were before you got here, so
Before I got here?
Oh yeah, I knew who you were. I knew who almost everyone that was important that was here. I've been following LRN.FM for like 3 years. I've watched multiple YouTube channels left and right. I was reading about it on.
Well, I got here in 2009, so none of that's before I got here.
No, I've only been here since January, so I've been following this movement for years. And that's because of video activism and podcasts and blogs and stuff like that. I wouldn't have known about it had I not found all that content. But at any rate, I did talk shit. I remember standing up when I was introducing myself, and I saw Garrett sitting down. I knew who Garrett was. I've watched both me and Shire Dude can probably vouch and say we've watched more than our fair share of Robin Hood videos. Unfortunately, I don't say that in a bad context.
Just a lot of raw video.
You say
A lot of raw video.
Not
I'm
a lot
talking about
happens.
the raw
Okay,
channel,
wait. Did
where
you
there's
just say unfortunately in a good context? Because I want you to explain to me how that works.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like edited videos. I'm saying like Freeman TV Raw. I used to watch that like all the time, and half the videos were just them walking around listening to music.
See, Garrett insists on posting stream of consciousness. Garrett does not edit at all. Every ounce of footage he takes ends up on Freeman TV Raw. Nobody has taken up the challenge of going and making anything that's actually watchable out of it. So that's unfortunate. But it is a job description for somebody out in the world who has way too much time on their hands, but they can't move to New Hampshire yet. Is go through Freeman TV Raw and find the interesting stuff and fish it out and cut it into little videos and edit it into something useful. Maybe that could be a segment on this show we've been talking about as well. Maybe we could do a segment of what Robin Hood did right or even what Robin Hood did wrong.
Well, I absolutely agree. I would love to see a Robin Hood documentary be made personally.
We're up to our ass in stars, and we've got a shortage of producers.
Exactly.
And
There
that's
needs to
a
be-
sad thing. And you have these people trying to self-produce like me that I can't self-produce.
That's why we're gonna watch. Have a marathon of Shire Dude because he's someone that produces activist footage.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to do. I want to make him into an activist producer to get, when people are doing activism, to get the content out there and cover it and know how to make money off it, because we can't live for nothing. I mean, I've lost pretty much everything I had doing civil disobedience, and much as I love doing activism, I've got to find a way to get money doing it.
No, I absolutely agree. But at any rate, so I'm standing up in front during this MVP meeting, and near the end of my little talk, I looked at Garrett. I was like, Garrett, you are an inspiration. You're one of the reasons. Like I discovered so much by looking through your camera lens. That being said, I plan to bring competition to Keene. I said that to him in his face in front of an MVP meeting. I'd only been there like fucking 5 days. I could it was kind of crazy that I did that. And I'm not. I mean, don't.
I just met you, and this is crazy.
But I mean, I love all the Keeniacs, to be perfectly honest. Like, the Keene's really why I moved. But I figured, for me, like, besides competition, I was just talking shit, and I was like being overly cocky. But for me, like, I really feel as if like there's not enough that goes on in Manchester, and I want to be the person that that helps bring more attention to Manchester, because there's more people here, but there wasn't as much going on as there was in Keene, and I really wanted to I want to be able to do more and like make a name and just like do more activism and not just like help others in other locations. Like I really did move here to I wanted Manchester because it was a bigger city, but for also because I wanted to help move stuff along here.
The nice thing about Keene is we've made it to the debate stage. We've made it to the point where most of the locals in Keene know we're here, and it's time to start talking ideas with them. And that's a nice thing. Where in Manchester, people are not as aware of the Free State Project and libertarianism and porcupines and they don't so much know who we are. So that's one of the things that I like about Keene. And this time when I was in jail, I probably had 20 other prisoners and or guards who came up to me while I was in jail and wanted to talk about the ideas of liberty. And, some of those are right there with us politically on both sides. There are some guards who are very close. They're on the minarchist side of the scale, but there are a lot of guards who say, you shouldn't be in here, man. I don't know why you're here. And that's a good thing, and I'm sorry, that train of thought just came to a screeching halt. Scream!
No
Smash!
All right. Okay. Any last thoughts before we end this little shindig of ours?
Make sure you check out objectivistgirl.com and Facebook/Objectivist Girl and YouTube/ Objectivist Girl without the I in girl, so it's Objectivist Girl. And then there's Facebook / True Objective, and I think that'll do it for now, for today.
Just list your Bitcoin QR code while you're at
yes. WG00. No, I really don't know. That was a joke. I did that Unity Evolve too.
I know.
Are we doing our self-promotional?
Yeah. Pimp your shit.
At least 0.3 Bitcoin though.
Well, let's see. I got a couple of things. Watch for some announcements from the New Hampshire Jury Association, nhjury.com. We're forming a board of directors and getting serious about fighting for jury nullification in New Hampshire. Super serial. We're super serial.
I just want to make sure you were super serial.
Fighting for jury nullification in New Hampshire and jury rights in general, expanding the right to jury trial.
We do jury nullification most months, every couple of weeks here in Manchester. It would be an honor if one day you were out here to join us.
I will absolutely do that because I am probably going to be the more or less. I will be on the board of directors of the New Hampshire Jury Association, and I'm also going to be doing fundraising and executive director. So I will definitely do that. And we're going to get serious about getting some activism done both inside and outside the system, because I believe in attacking something from every direction, and that's what we plan on doing, and it's going to rock. So I guess that is my main project at the moment.
Well, people pay attention. NHjury.com, right?
Absolutely.
The website,
pay attention to NHjury. More will be revealed.
And get ready for our show.
And absolutely get ready for this show. I want this to happen. I really do. I think this could be a blast.
Like, I'm so excited that you and I are going to do this together. This is going to be amazing.
Are you super serial?
I'm super serial, Rich.
I'm super serial, too.
Rich. You're so awesome.
All right, Shire Dude.
Yeah, man. Well, I always plug shiredude.com, but I also...
Shire Dude. That sounds great. Phrasing, please, people. Phrasing.
I also want to plug... you can go to...
You want to plug everybody, Shire Dude.
No, he's got some good shit coming up.
He really does. He likes to plug it all.
I've got a brand new show that came out last Monday.
Does he plug all the things?
He does plug all the things.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
I've got a brand new show that came out on Monday, and my co-host we're going to have on in either a show or two on the Rebel Love Show. And you can go to freestateproject.org, and it's going to be the first thing that pops up because we're some of the only people creating really good Free State Project content.
Well, official.
This goes out on the Free State This goes out on the Free State Project YouTube channel, and it's partnered with Voices of Liberty, which is Ron Paul's new YouTube channel. So it's actually really exciting. a lot of people are putting work into this, and it's gonna trigger the move.
Well, let me close with
I really want to trigger to fucking move by now, man. It needs to happen next year, not in like 5 years from now.
Let me end with a disclaimer. Some of the things that I say may just mean I think this is an interesting idea, and not necessarily I think this is a good idea. In other words, kids, don't try this at home.
There you go. Don't move to the Shire and do activism. Don't do it,
Don't
kids.
just
It will ruin your life.
Look, one thing, just don't become poly just because it sounds cool, okay? It's a lot of work.
Become poly because, let's face it, there's an awful shortage of girls around here.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there.
It makes them very highly valued, you know?
Well, if that's the point,
Supply and demand apply.
So any man that goes poly, then doesn't that mean that their value is even worth more because there's more men?
Well, the thing about being poly as a man is basically it's a good deal for women to be poly in the Free State Project, because you could live your whole life just dating a couple of guys, because there's a shortage of women, and therefore the value of women is very high up here. Lauren is looking.
Oh, she's livid right now.
Oh,
she is
good
livid.
God.
She's so
Part
livid.
them. They are incensed.
You are such a hypocrite. Okay, so you're like,
Me?
oh, your sexist panel. No, Rob over here. Oh, your sexist panel. Blah 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 blah. Oh,
No, you introduced it as a sexist panel. Don't be saying I said sexist panel.
Men's
But
opinions.
it was.
Men's opinions.
Okay,
matter
when have
more
you
than
heard him
women's.
when have you heard him criticize
Dude,
hippopotami?
man.
I want to know.
Hey.
When did this man ever criticize a hippopotamus or hippopotami kind anywhere? What did he say?
You right here. I just want to let you know
Uh-huh.
that men's opinions matter more than women's opinions, man.
Did he seriously say that?
Did I say
You
that?
did. You were like, you said something about.
I think that
men's
might have been
opinions
one of
mattering more
those
than
things
women's.
that sometimes people hear, and I said people there carefully. Sometimes people hear you say things that you didn't say, but they hear them in their imagination, and they hold you accountable for having imagined hearing you say this. Have you ever had a girl wake up in the morning next to a beautiful girl? You look over, and she's like, "I hate you." Well,
No.
What the hell did I do? Well, I had a dream you had an affair. What the? Are you serious? You had a dream that I had an affair, and you're mad at me, knowing it
That's
was a
happened to me
dream.
before. Yeah.
But
I've
it
been
happens.
punished for my part. My
I haven't
first,
woken up next to
significant
that
other's
many
dream
men,
before.
so I can't say if that only
Rich.
happens on one side of the gender
Rich.
or not.
One of my partners, like way back, told me that one of his girlfriends had a dream where he cheated on her, and she woke up and punched him.
I've had that experience. I've
was like,
had
you
that
date
happen
psycho
to
women.
me, and I've never awakened and punched a girlfriend for any reason, and I think it would be held against me if I did.
I think it would, and I'm glad that's not the case.
I have never punched a girlfriend under any circumstance.
Good. That's
No,
that's good to hear.
she punched him for thinking that because she had a dream that he cheated.
Yeah, but imagine if it was reversed. Jesus God, that'd make like national headlines.
Yeah, I know.
It
Yeah,
would.
I was like, why do you date such violent people?
Yeah, I was in jail with a guy who his girl stabbed him on 3 separate occasions, and he was still with her. And it's like, I'm like, so I gotta ask you, bro, the stabbing doesn't bother you? It would bother me, I feel.
Maybe he was just really kinky and liked being stabbed every now and then.
He seemed pretty clear that he wasn't liking the stabbing. But
I don't
he
know if
kept
that's a
going
kink. I
back.
apologize if I
No,
if I
there are
offended the
people
kink
out there.
community.
There was actually a girl in Keene who approached me, and she was saying, "Yeah, I'm a masochist, and I like knives." And I was like, if you want a spanking, I'll throw you over my knee. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not going to draw blood. That's just not something I can do for you, sweetheart.
You can only violate the nap so
I was
much.
so sorry, too, because she was cute as a button, but I didn't want to I didn't want my mouth to write a check that my ass couldn't cover, so I let that slide.
That being said, you can find me at vrebel.com, and you can also find this show at rebelloveshow.com. And also, please go subscribe to our podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, and actually go on this YouTube channel and watch this youtube.com/rebelloveshow, and you can see this interaction with Lauren and Rich and myself and Andrew here. Oh, I'm sorry, Shire Dude. I apologize.
Oh God,
what did you call me?
Status speech. I'm sorry, man. I was saying your status name. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll tip you some Bitcoin.
Yeah, more than 0.3. Go on.
No, okay, that's only some people in this community get 0.3 Bitcoin.
You have to have female parts.
I know. Apparently, I need to help me get female parts and donate Bitcoin to me. All right. Anyways, kids.
Wait,
Oh God.
you're trying to get female parts sent to parts of female sent to you?
No.
Why are you trying to get parts of female sent to you? Jesus, dude. You can't do this.
He wants
No,
Bitcoin.
this violates the NAP unless these people have been parted out consensually.
No, Rich, he wants Bitcoin so that he can get lady parts. He wants to go, have surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it was an insight. It was a joke that we had that Lauren gets attention just because she's a female.
You said send me
Well,
Bitcoin so I can get lady
No,
parts.
Lauren doesn't
Yeah.
get
You
attention
said your words
just
are,
because
"Help me
she's
get
female.
lady
Oh, don't
parts,
get me
send
wrong.
me
I know
Bitcoin."
that,
Lauren
but we were
gets
joking with each
attention
other about
because
it.
she's female and adorable. I mean, look
Oh,
at
she
her.
is
How could she
absolutely-
not get
Look,
attention?
Look,
No.
all of us at this table are
no,
fucking
no,
crazy.
no,
All right, and
no,
she's definitely
no.
crazy, but she's an adorable crazy.
Look.
Oh, she
Oh,
is.
she is.
She's
She's
one of my
adorable crazy.
favorite. She's one of my favorite nuts in the bowl.
Okay, look, it's important that I point out here to you men that I don't just get attention because I have female parts or because I'm adorable. Thank you for saying I'm adorable. But I am smart as a whip, and I create videos that inform people about important things having to do with liberty in their
I'm not
lifestyle.
saying no. You absolutely
I'm
are.
talented.
You're correct. You
You're
definitely are
absolutely
intelligent.
right, and I hope we didn't minimize that because it is true. Let me say that
That doesn't
my
negate the fact that
intention
you're adorable.
Was to say that you get more attention looking as you do, which is scrumptious, than you would get if you were less scrumptious. And, the scrumptious level does affect the libertarian man. He says, oh, my God.
I'm blushing.
Look at this great beauty here upon the video screen. And I take her seriously because, oh, my God. But the thing is, that's just a hook. And you have to be able to follow that up with actually telling them something that they need to hear and that they're going to value in your later life. And that's how you keep listeners. And you do keep listeners. So, that's not all that it is.
So sweet.
And you can also find us on Facebook.com/RebelLoveShow. And kids, with that, we are out. So, peace.
Love and anarchy.
Peace.
Love show. And kids, with that, we are out. So, peace.
Love and anarchy.
Peace.
Keen.com.
So, anyways, there's been a lot that's happened. There's
freekeen.com.
Keenevention. There was the elections. I wouldn't mind talking about the Free Stairs getting in. And then the
Getting it
New
in.
Movers Party. Yeah, they got it in. Some of them did.
Are we on the air
As
yet?
I
Democrats.
can't believe you just said that. I've never heard you use the phrase getting it in.
We haven't. We're not.
Oh, yes!
That will be a recurring character, I'm sure.
What, Ash?
Can we get Ash High?
No.
the show?
No.
Why not?
Because she doesn't like to smoke.
How do you know?
I just know.
You tried it?
See, what I do is I'll blow it in their ear once, and then when they see me smoking, if they like it, they'll come up and want me to blow it in their ear again. And if they don't like it, they won't come around when I'm
No,
smoking.
I've never
so.
really tried, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
try
I've tried
it
a couple
once.
times, but she sees smoke and just goes running.
Well, then she probably doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it then.
Ash just told me she voted for James Cleveland.
No shit.
Yeah, she was like, YOLO swag 420, blaze it.
Blaze it.
All right, so let's just get this show on the road, okay, kids?
Let's rock.
All right.
So, are there
I wanna
cameras?
rock.
Are you still asking this question?
Oh, wait, you said there weren't. Never mind.
I didn't say there weren't. Well, maybe I did say there weren't.
Okay, well, then I.
I
need
just
to-
told you. I said just act
I
as if
need
you
to
are
look-
on camera.
Well, then okay. All right.
That's your camera pose. What's your audio pose?
I'm pretty. Audio pose.
No shit, Sherlock. What's your next clue?
Audio pose.
There you go.
No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna look nice.
Can I start?
on
Can I
camera.
start my show? Is that cool? Is that okay with you? Is that fine? Is that cool?
I love you.
I love you too. But can I start the show?
Fuck you.
Okay. Thank you.
See, I'd just go live to Spider.
Oh, I've already been recording the last 10 minutes.
Okay, great.
Fuck you.
We can offer that as a bonus feature.
I need a point where I can actually cut and actually start. You put the headphones on and start recording.
See that face? Oh man. Oh man.
Don't worry. I mean, it might be bonus content, but it's not
Shire
gonna be in
Dude,
the
you're
show.
still free tonight, right?
Yes.
Oh, damn. That didn't take long.
Record. Let's do the
All right,
show.
all right,
let's do the
go.
show.
Okay.
I thought we were already recording.
No, well, we are, but I gotta start it with an intro and whatnot.
Oh
like
my God, are we
my
still having this
introduction.
discussion? Go.
Otherwise, the audience will freak out. They'll be like, I don't know where
They don't
everything
know
is.
what's going on.
Quick,
Oh
somebody
my
post
God,
There's a
let's have a
format
show.
to how a
What
show-
do I usually
there's
do
a
with my
format.
ears? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Peter.
Oh, don't
Peter.
go on the Lois.
Peter.
All right, that's bonus content.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely bonus content. All right.